Benjamin Sesko. Here we go. Actually, have we had the here we go? I might be lying there. We may be lying. We may not have the Cesco here we go. But we've got the Ornstein bomber. It is done. It is officially done. Manchester United reach agreement in principle with Leipzig for Cesco. 76.5 million euros plus 8.5 million euros in add-ons. As per David Ornstein, Cesco given permission to travel ahead of signing a 5-year contract for Val, key part of the deal. And look, if you were watching the show with Terry and Ben Jacobs, in the last hour, there was that super chat about a private jet from Leipzig to 4 p.m. Well, I tell you what, David Ornstein, Fabrizio Romano, Ben Jacobs, bomber, crackers, and here we go. Sit down, sit down, sit down. There's a new king in town, and it's whoever it was who realised that there's a bloody private jet at 4 p.m. today, because that is obviously going to be the plane that Cesco's on. Let's hope he's not on. Let's hope he's not like Mr. T. I ain't getting on no plane. You are bloody getting on a plane. You're going to Manchester. That's the old bloody point. But yeah, look, really, really good. You know, I think we've done so many of these over the years, and sometimes you're like, oh, it's here we go. But this feels like, but there are, you know, some of them like Mbermo, here we go. You're sort of like, oh, God, it's took 7 weeks. But I think this one is how it probably feels like for people like Liverpool fans and other clubs who do business quick, Chelsea. And it's great, isn't it? It's absolutely great to have that feeling of a transfer that's just happened so quick. It was only a week ago that we entered the race, and a week later, we've got a here we go. And I'm not being a knobhead here, but thank you to Newcastle for your part in this. Without you, it wouldn't have happened this quick. I'm trying not to laugh, but it's true. It is true. You know, Newcastle fans are going to be losing it, and you know, that's sad for them. But if it wasn't for Newcastle being so verbally and publicly aggressive with their bids, then Man United would have slowed this process down like we always do. So look, it's a great deal for Manchester United, and we'll talk about Cesco in a moment, but isn't it great? I mean, I hope Sir Jim Radcliffe and Joel Glazer and Omar Barada and everybody else sort of switch on and realise that this is how you get fan bases excited. This is how you make the football club more, you know, efficient. Quick deals get everybody happy. And you know, after the long drawn out affair of Mbermo and many others over the years, how quickly we've got this Cesco deal done has been fantastic. So get your comments in. I don't know whether we've actually got people saying, have we had a here we go? Because your thumbnail says here we go. I feel like we better have a here we go. Yeah, we have got a here we go 16 minutes ago. There we go. Breaking Cesco to Manchester United. Here we go. Yeah, 64.5 million plus 8.5 million in add-ons. And just an interesting point on that as well. I always like to come back to this sort of stuff because I've been very calm about this. Relax. You know, relax is exactly what we've been doing. But there was a time at the start of the week when people were saying 90 million euro bid by Newcastle, we need to walk away. And we did a show saying it's not 90 million euros and you're acting like it's 90 million pounds. Newcastle offered 80 million euros plus 10 million euros in add-ons. So they were offering 80 million euros plus 90 plus 10. We've done 76.5. So we've got him cheaper than what Newcastle's offer was. But effectively, 76.5 million euros is 66.3 million pounds. So we're basically paying, give or take 1.5 million. We're basically paying what we paid for Mbermo. And this is why you shouldn't react to the sensational nonsense of some United fans who were going, we need to walk away. He's not worth 90 million. We were never paying 90 million. Newcastle were never paying 90 million. We paid 66.5. And this is really important in the future because I've noticed many news outlets try and distort figures. If it's a Man United signing, you add the add-ons and you do it in euros to make it sound bigger. If it's a Liverpool signing, you don't add the add-ons and you do it in pounds to make it look smaller. 66.5 million pounds is the price for Cesco. The reason I say this before we talk about Cesco is because I want every single one of you, wherever you are, New York, Delhi, Melbourne, Manchester, say it back to me. Ready, steady, go. £66.3 million is what we paid for Cesco. Keep it in there, keep hold of it, and use it as your weapon for the next 6 months. Because I'm telling you now, the mainstream, certain people in the media are going to be calling him an €85 million striker.